What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Matreiuss. He's playing today in the red color, playing as none other than the trickster god Loki. His name is Shelty the Shelton Snake. Shelty the Snake Shelton. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. I love this matchup. I mean, I like a lot of matchups, but I love this one. I love this one. And the reason is that Loki versus Zeus, it's absolute chaos. Now, I do think that Loki players, when they're playing against the Athena Rush, tend to play it a little bit wrong. They rush Hall of Thanes instead of making throwing action in the early game. But if you do that, then things get chaotic much faster. So that's fun for us. Anyways, we'll see how things are going to go. Matreiuss, we'll see what sort of a build he's going to go for. He's already dropped 2 granaries, which I do think is a small mistake in this matchup, though. If you do go for the 430 variant, I do think that there's a way to play this for Zeus, which I think might sound a little bit strange. So let me explain this. When you go for 430 instead of a 4-minute advance time, and go for a 430 advance time, you have roughly 200 food excess. Now, normally what you can do with that food excess is make yourself a Minotaur. But you don't want to make a Minotaur in this matchup because your opponent is making a ton of Herser. But what you can get is Olympic parentage. And this only really works for Zeus, obviously, because Zeus is the only one who gets this upgrade. Olympic parentage costs 200 food and 10 favor. You've already got the free 15 favor, so it only costs 200 food. So you get Olympic parentage, which makes your Jason and your Odysseus ridiculously strong in the early game, and you can find yourself an advantage where that's considered. So we'll see what Matreiuss has got in store for us. Dropping the double granary does mean that he's going for a slower advance time, but that's just how it works. So we'll see how that's all gonna happen here. As we do see, no cheeky, super fast, super efficient builds here from Shelty. I am very, very much in favor of things like putting villagers onto wood first here with Loki. I think that is the way to play. If you've got yourself a good amount of starting hunt, jump onto the wood first, gather yourself all the wood for 2 ox carts, a house, and a temple, and then you can throw up that next ox cart just before you advance and put everything onto wood there and find yourself a little incy bit more economy than you otherwise would. It's one of the advantages of having ox carts, being able to move them around, and you should use that advantage if you want to completely if you want to find as many advantages as you possibly can, as many extra resources as you possibly can. I think it's really important. But Shelty not doing that here. He's just playing the safe way, the old way, the safe way. Anyways, Matreiuss getting himself out. The Jason here, he's going to be looking to advance, maybe building another villager. Who knows? He's going to be dumping the food in and trying to advance here. There he goes. And it's going to be Athena. No surprises there. Early Jason. It's not a 430 advance, so Matreiuss goes for like a 415-ish. But yeah, so if you go for this advance, it's a little bit different. You're going to have slightly more food, like maybe 50 or 60 more food, not the full 200 because you did build the Jason, and you didn't wait to 430. And we do see this relic going to be getting grabbed. No, he's going to grab the relic and look for some pressure. Tail of Cerberus over here as well. Definitely a relic you want to be keeping away from the Loki player. As Matreiuss pushes in, he's going to be disappointed to not really be able to find too much early game pressure to be done with this Jason. Now, I want to talk just a little bit while we see this as to why we would normally build an early Jason, and maybe players and Zeus players would start thinking a little bit more about reasons for building a Jason versus just building it every single game. So the reasons why you build the Jason is my opponent doesn't have the food in his base he's going to have to move on to secondary hunt. And the thing is that that's not the case here. So building the early Jason doesn't make a whole lot of sense, as we see ourselves a military academy and archery range coming up. So if there was a place to attack with this Jason, then yeah, build it in the Archaic Age. If there's not, don't build it in the Archaic Age, is kind of where I'm going with this. As you can see, the building's coming up, and there might actually be room to get Olympic parentage here. You can see the resources. Archery range comes down. You've got 200 food in the bank. Make one hoplite. Get yourself Olympic parentage. Get yourself Toxotes. Could be a way to go here. As these villages over here for Matreiuss doing their thing. A little bit of idle villages over here for Matreiuss. He's going to move on to a separate location here. Shelty, on the other hand, no real surprises. Longhouse coming down. Ursa coming out. We do see the walls coming around this temple. It's not necessarily misplaced, but I do think, and we are seeing that this is kind of the case here for Shelty, building defensive buildings against Athena is really important. If you want to defend your towers, just build wall segments around them. This tower is not that important. This one is. Wall segment around here, wall segment around here, wall segment around here is definitely the safer way to go at the start of this game. As we see the Hersa going to be jumping in and out of this tower, not wanting to get too much damage suffered, as now the Hoplite Toxotes starting to come in. Matreiuss or Shelty at 45 of 65, Matreiuss at 42 of 55 here, as the unit's going to be attempting to take a little bit of a fight here, as the Minotaur is getting targeted down nicely, as the Hersa are going to be jumping in and out of this tower. Now remember, we do have Healing Spring here, so this low HP Hersa trying to make its way into the town center there. Healing Spring gets dropped, and those Hersa are going to get healed back up here, as I do think that Shelty could definitely use himself some throwing action, but he's going to go for this Hall of Thanes super early. Now, if you take a look at how long Hall of Thanes takes to research, that's 40 seconds. That's essentially 2 Hersa, basically, of training time you're not going to be getting while getting Hall of Thanes here. But right now, Shelty just says, screw my base. I'm leaving. I'm going to go raid my opponent. As now this tower has not been defended, and Matreiuss is going to push in here, start taking this one down. These houses are going to become undefended as well, which is going to be even more of an issue. But the villagers on this position here are... This is a very lucky raid. Don't get me wrong. Very lucky raid here for Shelty. His Hersa still don't have the speed upgrade, but they do manage to get in here. They're going to start getting a little bit of damage done onto these villagers. Maybe kill off one villager, maybe kill off a hoplite or something like this. The unit's pushing in over here, going to try and take down these houses, take everything else out. As now the chaos is starting to ensure. We've got ourselves 5.72 speed Hersa with Hall of Thanes coming through, as Shelty is looking to take down these units as best as he can, while suffering just little bits of damage in his base here, as the units need to continue to build their houses up. As the Jason is back in here, these Hersa are so strong at this point, able to take down the hoplites beautifully. You can use this tower to garrison a little bit, but Matreiuss not doing that there, as the Toxotes here getting taken down. Shelty here needs to get the houses up if he wants to get some myth unit spawns, as we see a troll spawn coming in here for Shelty. If Shelty can pick off this Jason, that troll actually would help out a ton here, as the villager is going to be joining in on the fight here, as Shelty trying to micro this one as best as he can. He needs to retreat now though, as we see, beautiful little path blocking there by Matreiuss, but the units pulling away here, looking for more villager kills here, as the town center does manage to take down one of those Hersa. Population differential now, Shelty's at 69 to Matreiuss's 62. The damage has been done. Well played by Shelty, surviving the early game here against the Athena, and now the fun begins. Tons of gold in the bank though for Shelty. He might want to consider pulling off a couple of villagers from gold, jumping onto food, trying to shoot up to the next age here. Throws down another longhouse instead, and we're going to be seeing even more Hersa coming out for Shelty. Matreiuss now looking to push out of his base. He's going to be eating his herdables over here, eating the hunt in his main base, and seeing what sort of pressure he can put on. Now, Shelty's next weak point, and the weak point of Norse always is going to be this second hunt situation. Do you go for it? Do you sit in your base or whatnot? I do feel like if you've got hunt in your main base, if you've got herdables in your main base, sit in your base for as long as you possibly can, while trying to put on the pressure. As we see a cheeky wall coming over here, Shelty will be able to take out this villager, and indeed does do so. Nice play there by Shelty. Going to break down this wall, be able to maybe push in onto this location here. Right now there's no gap, as the trees are still here. As now we see the Herser trying to push it through here. He can take out the archery range, do everything else here. As he's going to be pulling back, we see the medium hoplites now in for Matreiuss, as Matreiuss is searching around looking for some raids onto Shelty's food villages. And not only Shelty's food villages, but Shelty's gold villages, as the units here do just barely missed that, but the wood villagers here getting pulled back. We will be seeing potentially a villager kill here, as it doesn't quite die. 4 HP remaining. The army coming through now for Matreiuss, but Shelty has got himself so many Herser. Not only that, but we've also got throwing axemen coming in. The Herser are going to be swinging around trying to take out this army that is currently out of position. We see Matreiuss going to be spotting the dwarves over here as well, but he's trying to get his units over here. He does still have restoration, but I do not think that it's going to help here in the slightest, as the Herser manage to get a little bit of a surround here. We see the throwing axemen getting taken out. The army now coming in. Restoration getting dropped down. The Shelty Herser are going to be retreating away, as now we see on this position here a Valkyrie spawn, a very much needed Valkyrie spawn going to come in onto this position here, as the units trying to take down these hoplites as best as they possibly can. Matreiuss' army swinging back over here now to help out. He does have the Odysseus. He does have the Jason ready to start taking down the Valkyrie on this position here, as the Herser do manage to get through onto this position. We see the Herser immediately trying to target down the Toxotes, as Matreiuss tries to circle his Toxotes a little bit closer to the fight, but it does look like with the help of the dwarves getting pulled off there, the troll spawn in the back here, this fight is not going to go in favor of Matreiuss. I do not think a Valkyrie spawn here coming in, as the units just continue to pile through. The myth unit spawns helping out a ton here, as the bolt does come down onto the Valkyrie. The Odysseus trying to take down the troll, but an Einhjar spawn coming in here, as these Herser are just absolutely go to town on the Matreiuss army here. The ox cart, unfortunately here for Shelty, is getting taken down. It's got 9 HP remaining, attempting to get away here. We see the throwing axeman coming in here, going to take it out, and the ox cart survives with 9 HP, as now the weakness of this Athena style is starting to bear fruit. We see farms all thrown down for Matreiuss. This gold mine's got 900 gold left in it. That's about a minute left of gold gathering there, as the Herser are going to be looking for something to take out, and I don't know exactly what Matreiuss can do now. He needs to spam units. He's got 56 of 85 population. He's trying to get everything out that he possibly can here, but it's a very, very difficult position to be in, as the village is moving over here onto this Auroch, as the Herser do miss that one there. The Herser looking to find some sort of damage here, as the walls slowly coming up here, as this wood opening, this wood being chopped down will open up this location to being raided. As not only that, we've got some raided units coming in. The walls over here getting taken down to allow Shelty out of this location. Meanwhile, the Herser see a couple of straggler units trying to get some extra damage done onto those, as the archery range on the front getting taken down here. The Odysseus going to take out those trolls here, but Shelty says not today. Get out of here. He's going to move back over here onto this archery range here, looking to take out the villagers over here. The Toxotes does get taken out. The Herser retreating away through here, but they can easily turn around and take this fight, as the villagers get pulled off. The villagers deciding to start taking this fight just a little bit here, as the trolls get out of position, though, as the Odysseus is going to be very happy about trading some damage to take that one out. Not only that, the Einhjar here is going to get taken out, as well as the Herser push through, going to try and take out more villagers here, as Shelty says, pedal to the metal here. Is he going to the next age? Answer, not just yet here, as the villagers getting taken out just slightly, but he does decide he needs to retreat away here. But meanwhile, on this front, the units do get taken out. Nice carry micro there by Matreiuss to survive, keep that Toxotes alive there, as Herser trying to retreat back. Shelty says not ready to really take a big fight, but Matreiuss, 76 of 85 population, he could definitely continue to fight here and continue to find advantages, because we are still seeing Shelty's units that they're happily hunting here as the pressure is mounting. This gold mine here, 100 gold remaining here, more villagers getting taken down, and Matreiuss, well, can he survive on this location? Because this is going to be the gold where he goes to. Potentially watchtowers over there might be enough to help him survive with some walls or something like that. As Shelty continues to push in an Einhjar spawn here, is going to be enough for Shelty to say, yeah, let's keep fighting here. Allow those Herser to get that extra bonus damage in. It goes up to like 13 or something from 8. That's a crazy big boost. as Shelty does decide he still wants to retreat away. This concave that Matreiuss has managed to find here is a little bit too strong. As where are the villagers going? It looks like the villagers are actually deciding to go into this gold mine here, right close to where the action is happening. Meanwhile, the hoplites do push in. The ox cart does get taken down, but the dwarves going to turn around and be very, very angry about that. There is an ox cart already over here, as another ox cart does get trained by Shelty. Going to come over there and help his villagers out as the army here for Shelty retreating back. Shelty surely he's thinking about next age here. He's got his armory up. Does he have any armory upgrades? Not just yet. I do think that Copper Mail is an upgrade which Loki players can decide to go for a lot more than they normally do. And also Pierce armor, especially against those Toxotes, is very, very important, as we see Matreiuss taking this opportunity now to push out and go after these gold villagers yet again, as Matreiuss got tons of food in the bank, but no gold here. As now the units here for Shelty have to retreat away. Shelty needs to get his army in onto this position to take down these units. The villagers over here need to retreat, and we've currently got a huge amount of economic disturbance happening from Matreiuss. Matreiuss is doing so much damage with this army, but the problem is, will it be enough? Because Shelty is going to come in and completely massacre this army. These speedy Hersa will be absolutely crazy strong, as we see the dwarves coming back in. They're going to start targeting down, but the dwarves going to get taken out very, very fast. This is not 100% what Shelty wants here, but the army getting taken down could be huge. Meanwhile, over here, we see more Hersa coming in onto this position. A troll spawn is going to be huge. Valkyrie spawn, Einhir spawn, anything on this position will be absolutely gigantic, as the army does get completely cleaned here. Shelty now throwing everything onto gold for the time being. 3 ox carts here, too much, as now Shelty is going to say, well, better send everything over onto this position as more military buildings getting dropped. Matreiuss has got tons of military buildings down. Does he have shaft mine? Not just yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see shaft mine getting researched here as the troll does get taken out. The unit's going to start pushing forward here for Shelty. Is he getting himself any up? He's getting himself Bragi. Bragi is on the way. Shelty has got everything he needs. 100 favor in the back. Maybe another temple wouldn't go astray, as we do see that temple is getting thrown down. That's going to be Battle Boar coming through. Getting this relic wouldn't go astray here now as well. 25% reduction in special attack recharge time will mean that those battle balls would do even more damage here, as Shelty's temple just about to come up here. Is the throwing axeman moving in onto this position. The Hersa swinging around the back. Matreiuss has got nothing left in the tank to defend against this. His walls trying to get up and slow down any potential pressure here, as the throwing axeman a little bit out of position here. Those Toxotes going to do tons of damage, but while this is happening, the villagers get pushed off of the gold, as we can easily see flaming weapons pushing those throwing axemen up to 9 damage per second, which is more than the Toxotes, more than the hoplites even. So that will be able to easily clean up this army as the Hersa push through. There's the flaming weapons. The army by Matreiuss going to immediately retreat away. Matreiuss sneaking this gold mine while this is all going on means that he doesn't really need to take this fight, as Shelty going to try and push through. Look at this damage, 9 damage and 17.6 damage per second, as this Jason gets absolutely cleaned up. Matreiuss retreats back to his hometown center. He doesn't have the resources to go to the next age. The battle board are going to be able to clean up the town center in the main base here, as that should be effectively, if Matreiuss doesn't want to fight, just kill the town center is 100% what he should be doing there. There's the medium upgrades for the infantry line coming through. A troll coming in to help out as well for Shelty, as the Hersers creating more and more units as the town center, the building of choice here to target down. Meanwhile, 3 Hearse are going to come onto this location. They're going to do tons of damage, especially if a myth unit spawn comes in to help, as Shelty is going to continue to spam out these battle ball to effectively replace the units that are getting taken out here. And that's going to be a really difficult thing for Matreiuss to deal with here. Matreiuss does have himself Olympic parentage though, so his heroes will be around for quite some time. As unfortunately, it looks like Shelty not getting the myth unit spawn that he wants on this position, but more battle ball coming in onto this position here. More getting trained by the from the temple, as one battle ball goes down, but this town center is not long for this world, as the battle ball with 20 hack damage and 20 crush damage. Completely carves through town centers, regardless of upgrades or relics or whatever. This Hearst are still going to town on this location. Still no myth unit spawn over here. We've got a Valkyrie that can push over onto that position as well and take out the gold income. Matreiuss here has got 52 of 115 population, 1500 wood in the bank, 66 gold in the bank, 16 food in the bank. Just nothing really remaining here as the town center does end up going down there. And in that moment, Matreiuss does decide to tap out. Shelty gets the dub, showing how strong Loki can be here in this matchup. What an insane push by Shelty. Obviously, the restoration push that Matreiuss wanted to do here was not quite as effective as he might have liked. Definitely the idea of doing like 115 population restore push onto your opponent's second gold is 100% bread and butter Zeus play, but Matreiuss just doesn't make it work. A little bit too much damage being taken in the early game was just too much for Matreiuss to handle. And then beyond that, Shelty makes it look easy here for the Loki, and it definitely is not easy. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next game.